Shalom Israel. I'd like to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bashim Yahushai, Bashim Kakudash, double one to the apostles and the elders, great millstone, and Shalom to like I did, doing this work of faith and labor of love and true sincerity. All right, I just want to get into a quick topic. Still, just in the spirit of prophecy, and still in the spirit of everything that's going on. All right, and I want to start off with the book of Genesis. It's Genesis 49. And I'm going to start off at verse 1. And Jacob called unto his sons and said, Gather yourselves together, that I may tell you that which shall befall you in the last days. And he was talking about, the later generations, okay? They were talking about in the later generations, not in their particular lives, but what they were to be the top. They started each tribe, each of Jacob's sons, they, was starting their own family, was tribe, which means family. They had their families throughout the generations. So it was just referencing, our people within these last days. And just to give you a key example, because a lot of people, especially, church goers or whatever, they'll just read that and be like, no, it meant the last days of their lives. No, it meant the last days of their lives. Well, this shows you that the Lord deals with prophecy, and the Lord deals a lot further on down the line, because when you look at the story of Jacob and Esau, which is a prime example of how the Lord references things later on down the line. All right, so like this book of Hebrews 11 and 20. All right, and it says what? Matter of fact, let me start off at verse 17. So Hebrews 11 and 17, it says, by faith, Abraham, when he was tried, offered up Isaac, and he that received the promises offered up his only begotten son, of whom it was said that in Isaac shall thy seed be called, accounting that Yahweh was able to raise him up even from the dead, from whence also he received him in a figure. By faith, this is the key, by faith, Isaac blessed Jacob and Esau concerning things to come. Okay? Things to come. What? Later on throughout their generations. Okay? Later on through their personal lives and throughout their generations. So that's the same thing when we go to Genesis, the 49th chapter. It's what to befall the nations later on during their generations, which gives reference to what these last days in which we're currently in. So going back, so Genesis 49 and 8, and it says, Judah, thou art he whom thy brethren shall praise. Thy hand shall be in the neck of thine enemies. Thy father's children shall bow down before thee. Judah is a lion's whelp from the prey. My son, thou art gone up. He stooped down. He couched as a lion, and as a old lion, who shall rouse him up? Okay, and through the spirit and power of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, we see what's going on now. Because what? Judah has what? The neck in the hand of the enemy, which is Esau. And we can clearly see that. From the rioting, the protesting, and everything like that. And every step of the way where Esau tries to do something, Jake is right there, man. Judah is right there. So what? It's the Lord that is raising our people up, to get in gear, with all of these race riots and the protesting and different things like that. This is what's coming down the pipeline. Why? Because ultimately Esau's time is coming to an end, and our time is coming to prominence. But these things must come to pass first, and Esau is in a world full of trouble because, they doing things on the carnal aspect, and our people will be doing things on the carnal aspect as well. But overall, it's spiritual how, our people will be doing so much. And when the Lord pours upon us, those spiritual powers of how, how ugly it's going to get for Esau. Because it's going to get real ugly for them to the point where, hey, they're going to be retreating themselves, trying to fly into outer space and into the heavens and different things like that, This is the book of Micah. It's Micah 5 and I start at verse 7. It says, "And the remnant of Jacob shall be in the midst of many people, as the dew from the Lord, as the showers upon the grass, that tarry not for man, nor waited for the sons of men. And the remnant of Jacob shall be among the Gentiles in the midst of many people, as a lion among the beasts of the forest, as a young lion among the flocks of sheep, who if he go through, both treadeth down and teareth in pieces, and none can deliver." So this is ultimately what's going to be coming down the pipeline, man. You know, this is ultimately what's going to be coming down the pipeline. Yeah, you know, Esau's really going to be kicking up at things with the race wars because they got, you know, more the physical ammo and different things like that. But Jacob's definitely going to kick up, but it's going to turn into a whole nother notch once the Lord put those spiritual powers upon brothers to wreck shop here in Babylon, man. You know, that's going to be a whole nother level that Esau is not expecting. They know that they're fighting against spiritual forces, but they don't fully know to what extent, because they're so prideful that they just think that they're going to automatically win. But that's the ways of the so-called white man, you know, thinking that no matter what, that they're going to triumph, that nothing is going to stop them, you know, that they're truly the supreme, which isn't the case whatsoever, you know, because that's Yahweh Bashim Yahushua, okay? So, and damn, it's like I just lost my train of thought. What was that other precept I just had in mind? This is the book of Isaiah. The book of Isaiah, because ultimately, matter of fact, let me go back to Obadiah first. That's what I wanted to go to. Obadiah. All right. So this is the book of Obadiah, in verse. I'm gonna start at verse 16. It says, "For as ye have drunk upon my holy mountain, so shall all the heathen drink continually. Yea, they shall drink and they shall swallow down, and they shall be as though they had not been." So this is what's coming to you, Esau. Your whole reign, you know, your whole terrorizing societies, everything is going to be as though that this shit never happened. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, there's going to be a remembrance of Babylon and the destruction of Babylon, but the way that the Lord is going to completely transform this earth, you would never think that this earth was as messed up as it was. You would never think that the so-called white man could have ever existed. That's how good and plentiful the earth the earth to come is going to be. You know, when righteous is in authority. Starting off with Yahweh Bashim Yahushua, you know, King David, you know, the rest of the apostles in the kingdom, and the brothers on down, you know, and that's how it's going to be, right? Verse 17, it says, "But upon Mount Zion shall be deliverance, and there shall be holiness, and the house of Jacob shall possess their possessions, and the house of Jacob shall be a fire, and the house of Joseph a flame, and the house of Esau for stubble, and they shall kindle them and devour them, and there shall not be any remaining of the house of Esau, for the Lord hath spoken it." So there's not going to be any more remaining of the house of Esau, man. Everything about you is going to be torn down, and Yahushua, he wants a big part too. Okay, Yahushua wants a big part too. It's not going to be a last battle without Yahushua getting down, man. He wants blood. He wants his revenge. He wants his payback. And the Lord is about to give that to him, man. You know? This is Isaiah 63:1. "Who is this that cometh from Edom with dyed garments from Basra? This that is glorious in his apparel, traveling in the greatness of his strength. I that speak in righteousness, mighty to save. Wherefore art thou red in thine apparel, and thine garments like him that treadeth in the wine fat? I have trodden the winepress alone, and of the people there was none with me. For I will tread them in mine anger, and trample them in my fury. And their blood shall be sprinkled upon my garments, and I will stain all my raiment. For the day of vengeance is in my heart, and the year of my redeemed is come." So this is what's coming to your society, Esau. Nothing but bloodshed. You took the society by rape, robbery, and murder. Nothing but bloodshed. So bloodshed shall be upon your head, man. For all of your treachery, all your wickedness that you've been causing every single nation upon the face of the earth. And primarily us as Israelites, so-called Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. Your demise is near. Your kingdom is crumbling. Whether you thinking that you getting things off to a forward agenda, hey, the Lord is forwarding his agenda, man. Because your agenda is the Lord's agenda that he programmed you to do so, man. You know? So we got a lot to look forward to, especially with the downfall of this society and the downfall of Esau. And it's going to be a beautiful sight. You know, Lord willing, we and the Lord put the Spirit upon us to endure to see it. Lord willing, we still stand upon the earth. You know, as we know that some of us brothers will be martyrs. You know, but it'd be a beautiful thing to actually see, you know, the wicked getting washed away, man. You know. So with that, you know, I hope this segment was edifying. And I'd like to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Kakwadash, double honor to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone, and shalom to like out there doing this work of faith and live with love and true sincerity. Shalom.